Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The Baltimore Ravens have reportedly shaken the NFL landscape with one of the most audacious moves of the offseason, signing wide receiver Xavier Worthy in what insiders are already calling a game-changing acquisition. Rumors have been swirling for weeks about the Ravens' desire to upgrade their receiving core, and sources close to the team suggest that this signing was not just a priority, but a statement of intent. Worthy, known for his explosive speed and sharp route running, has been turning heads since his college days, leaving defenders grasping at air as he blazed past coverage after coverage. The whispers around league circles are that Baltimore is aiming to construct the fastest offensive unit the NFL has ever seen, a claim that, if true, could fundamentally alter the dynamics of how defenses approach the Ravens. The chatter from insiders emphasizes that Worthy's arrival isn't just a single addition. It's a signal that the Ravens are building around a high-octane, track-meets-field-style offense. Analysts are already speculating how this will impact not only the Ravens' playbook, but also the careers of every cornerback in the league tasked with keeping up. Sources close to the franchise are hinting that the Ravens' coaching staff has been meticulously planning this acceleration strategy for months, and Xavier Worthy fits perfectly into their vision. The buzz suggests that the team has been running simulations and testing various combinations of wide receivers in practice, and Worthy consistently emerged as the one capable of transforming plays into breakaway threats. There's even speculation among league insiders that the Ravens may adjust their quarterback approach, relying on quicker releases and more vertical passing schemes to fully exploit Worthy's speed. Observers are pointing out that the combination of a fast quarterback and a receiver like Worthy could create a nightmare for defensive coordinators, forcing them into constant reactive adjustments that could open up the rest of the offense. Social media chatter has amplified the rumors, with fans speculating about the matchup nightmares that will ensue when Baltimore unleashes this speed demon on the field. There's also talk that rival teams are scrambling to evaluate their secondary depth charts, fearing that no matter the coverage scheme, keeping pace with Worthy might be impossible. The narrative building in sports circles is that the Ravens are not just competing, they're redefining the concept of offensive speed. The excitement isn't limited to fans and analysts. Former players and coaches are reportedly buzzing about the implications of Worthy joining Baltimore. Sources indicate that veteran voices within the league are impressed by how the Ravens have strategically positioned themselves to exploit a unique skill set that few teams can match. Conversations behind closed doors hint that the combination of offensive talent and lightning-fast execution could make Baltimore one of the most unpredictable and dangerous teams in the league. Rumor mills are even speculating that this signing might lead to a domino effect, with other teams chasing similar speed upgrades to remain competitive, potentially triggering a new era of hyper-accelerated football. The idea that a single player can shift the strategic balance of a team is fueling debate across sports networks, podcasts, and forums. Insiders are emphasizing that while Worthy's individual talent is unquestionable, it's the synergy with Baltimore's existing roster and coaching philosophy that has everyone leaning in to watch what happens next. If the whispers hold any weight, the Ravens could be stepping into a 2025 season unlike anything the NFL has seen, blending precision, speed, and unpredictability in a way that keeps opponents perpetually off balance. There's also talk that Baltimore's management sees Worthy not just as a player, but as a franchise-defining figure in a modern NFL era increasingly obsessed with pace and explosiveness. Industry chatter indicates that executives from rival franchises have been quietly observing the Ravens' offseason moves, recognizing that this signing might force them to rethink their recruitment strategies to avoid being left behind. Analysts are speculating about the potential impact on fantasy football leagues, with Worthy being positioned as an immediate game-changer, capable of transforming week-to-week matchups with a single explosive play. Sports media insiders are noting that the combination of speed and strategic coaching is rare, and Baltimore's willingness to double down on this philosophy signals an aggressive approach to gaining a competitive edge. Behind the scenes, there are murmurs about how this move could influence draft strategies, contracts, and even the league's perception of what an ideal wide receiver looks like in today's fast-paced game. Fans are eagerly sharing clips of Worthy's past highlight reels, drawing connections between his collegiate dominance and the potential havoc he could wreak on NFL defenses. The consensus building in rumor circles is that the Ravens are crafting an offense that feels almost unfair in its combination of velocity, precision, and creativity. Insiders are also suggesting that the Ravens' locker room dynamics could be positively impacted by Worthy's arrival, with teammates reportedly energized by the idea of being part of the league's fastest offensive unit. Rumor has it that practice sessions are already buzzing with high-intensity drills designed to test the limits of speed and timing, with coaches reportedly marveling at how quickly Worthy adapts to complex plays. Observers point out that his presence could inspire other players to elevate their own performance, creating a feedback loop of competitiveness and innovation within the team. The speculation is that Baltimore's commitment to speed isn't superficial. It's being embedded in every aspect of the team's preparation, from film study to conditioning programs. Analysts are also whispering about potential marketing opportunities, with the fastest offense in the NFL tagline likely to become a talking point for both fans and media alike. If these rumors prove accurate, XAVIER Worthy could represent not just a key player, but a central symbol of the Ravens' bold strategy, shaping the team's identity in ways that extend far beyond the gridiron. The whispers don't stop there. There are murmurs that defensive coordinators across the league are scrambling to adjust their off-season plans, fearing that no conventional strategy will suffice against a receiver like Worthy. Insider chatter suggests that teams are analyzing tape obsessively, trying to predict how Baltimore will integrate him into their plays, but the consensus seems to be that the Ravens' offensive philosophy might simply be too fast to counter in a traditional manner. Social media is amplifying speculation, with fans and pundits debating how quickly Worthy could break records if given a clean path, and whether the rest of the NFL can realistically keep up. League insiders are emphasizing that while the official announcement might be calm and measured, the implications for both competitive balance and fan excitement are massive. There's even talk that the Ravens' approach could redefine scouting priorities, emphasizing speed and explosiveness over other traditional metrics. For those following the rumor mill closely, the sense of anticipation is palpable, suggesting that the NFL might be on the verge of witnessing a new, electrifying era of football centered around velocity and strategic daring. The conversation surrounding XAVIER Worthy's signing with the Baltimore Ravens continues to dominate sports circles, with insiders emphasizing that the potential impact is not limited to individual games, but could ripple across the entire league. Rumors suggest that the coaching staff has already begun conceptualizing how to maximize Worthy's elite speed in combination with the team's quarterback and tight ends, creating multiple layers of threat that could overwhelm defensive schemes. Analysts are pointing out that the mere presence of a receiver capable of stretching the field at such a pace forces opponents into constant adjustments, potentially creating openings for other playmakers to exploit. There's chatter among former NFL players that this move signals a shift in the way offenses might be designed in the future, prioritizing speed over traditional route precision. Insider whispers are even speculating that Baltimore may implement unique motion packages and alignment shifts specifically to give Worthy an advantage, ensuring that his talents are consistently highlighted. Fan forums are buzzing with speculation about the excitement this could bring to matchups, with the notion that every pass thrown his way could turn into a game-changing play. Sports media insiders are already framing this acquisition as a bold gamble that could redefine the Ravens' offensive identity and set a precedent for how elite speed is valued across the league. Leaked whispers indicate that the Ravens may have specifically sought Worthy because of his versatility and ability to impact both deep and intermediate routes, allowing the team to maintain unpredictability while exploiting mismatches. Industry insiders are discussing how this signing could pressure other teams into adjusting their defensive personnel, potentially triggering a chain reaction in off-season signings and draft strategies. Analysts suggest that a single explosive player like Worthy could catalyze a broader evolution in the league, where speed becomes a critical differentiator between playoff contenders and those left behind. Rumors point to a growing internal belief within Baltimore that the combination of strategic planning, coaching ingenuity, and raw speed could create a system that no defense is truly ready to counter. Observers note that this could also have implications for team culture, inspiring other players to embrace more dynamic, aggressive approaches to training and gameplay. Social media chatter highlights the excitement and anticipation from fans, many of whom are sharing clips and imagining the highlight reels that could define Worthy's debut season. Behind the scenes, insiders claim that the Ravens are quietly reveling in the strategic advantage they may now hold, suggesting that this signing is part of a larger blueprint designed to shock the NFL landscape. Rumor mills are pointing to the potential chemistry between Worthy and the Ravens quarterback as a pivotal factor in the team's strategy, emphasizing that the pairing could generate explosive plays with lightning-fast timing. Insiders claim that coaches are already running specific drills to optimize synchronization between quarterback reads and Worthy's acceleration patterns, ensuring that the offense functions at maximum speed. Analysts are speculating that this could make Baltimore a nightmare for defensive coordinators, as conventional coverage schemes may be unable to keep pace. There's also chatter that the Ravens might experiment with unconventional formations and motion concepts to fully exploit Worthy's unique skill set. Fan forums are buzzing with comparisons to other speed-focused defensive units, debating whether Baltimore could surpass historical benchmarks in yards per play and scoring efficiency. Former players are reportedly impressed by the commitment to building around a single explosive weapon, noting that it requires both confidence and talent and a willingness to embrace risk. The rumor consensus suggests that if all pieces align, Worthy could redefine the narrative around offensive explosiveness, transforming the Ravens into one of the most feared and talked about teams in the league. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Industry whispers hint that the Ravens front office sees Worthy as more than just a receiver, positioning him as a catalyst for broader tactical innovation. There's speculation that his presence could shift practice routines, film study priorities, and even team culture, emphasizing speed and decisiveness above all else. Analysts are discussing how such a move could influence the drafting philosophies of other franchises, potentially sparking a league-wide trend toward faster, more dynamic offensive strategies. Rumors from insiders suggest that the combination of elite talent and strategic vision might make the Ravens a blueprint for future success, challenging the notion that conventional schemes remain dominant. Fans are already creating mock highlight reels, envisioning breakout plays and record-breaking moments. Social media chatter emphasizes the excitement surrounding Worthy's debut, speculating on how quickly he could integrate and impact the team's rhythm. The conversation suggests that if the rumors are accurate, Baltimore isn't just acquiring a player. They're signaling a commitment to innovation, speed, and unpredictability that could leave the rest of the NFL scrambling to keep pace. Further whispers point to potential shifts in defensive strategy league-wide, as rival teams are reportedly analyzing tape and simulating scenarios to account for Worthy's unprecedented speed. Analysts claim that his presence could create cascading effects, forcing opponents to adjust personnel, schemes, and even conditioning programs. Sports media insiders highlight that such ripple effects are rare, suggesting that Baltimore may have gained a unique competitive advantage. There's also speculation that this signing might influence mid-season acquisitions, trades, and even playoff seeding strategies, as teams scramble to respond to a Ravens offense that appears designed for relentless acceleration. Fans are actively engaging in debates about whether Worthy's speed could break historical records for receiving yards or touchdowns, adding fuel to the rumor fire. Behind closed doors, league insiders are reportedly marveling at Baltimore's audacity, framing the move as both bold and potentially transformative. The chatter paints a picture of a franchise on the cutting edge, using speed and innovation to disrupt conventional thinking and redefine what an NFL offense can accomplish. Sources close to the Ravens are hinting that team leadership sees Worthy as a symbolic and practical cornerstone for the coming seasons, combining raw talent with a vision for offensive evolution. Rumors suggest that the coaching staff is designing plays that could maximize his acceleration, creating opportunities not only for him, but for complementary offensive weapons. Analysts note that this could change defensive preparation significantly, as teams may struggle to keep up with a receiver capable of consistently stretching the field. Fans are speculating about game-changing matchups, imagining scenarios where Worthy turns ordinary plays into highlight reels, and potentially reshapes the team's success trajectory. Social media chatter emphasizes the excitement around the combination of speed, strategy, and creativity, suggesting that Baltimore's approach could become a model for other franchises seeking to gain a competitive edge. Insider conversations suggest that this move isn't merely tactical but also philosophical, signaling a broader embrace of innovation and risk-taking in a league often dominated by tradition. The narrative surrounding Worthy's arrival paints him as a catalyst, potentially transforming both the Ravens' offense and the wider NFL landscape into a faster, more electrifying spectacle. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.